Yo, what up you guys, MxgicIQ here, and today we're going to be talking about the Koenigsegg Agera R. Big shout out to Rhino the Raccoon for helping me tune this car, and make sure you guys go check out his channel ASAP for the best pro settings and tutorial on how to complete every event in the summit. So make sure you guys go click on that video. First link in the description will be his channel, as well as the video pinned in the comment as well. That will be linked there as well. Make sure you guys go check that out ASAP so you guys can get all those summit points and get that airfoil edition for GT. But without further ado, we got to get into this Koenigsegg Agera R, man. So a lot of you guys have been talking about this car, about how you hate to drive it. It's probably one of the most frustrating cars to drive. But I will say, if you can get this thing tamed down, this thing is actually probably one of the best handling cars in Hypercar. I know that sounds crazy to say, but even with all its oversteer issues and things like that, if you can figure out how to keep this car on the ground and planted and gripped up, this thing absolutely moves. It's probably one of the, if not the best handling hypercar right now. There's a couple other cars I'm experimenting with as well, but this car is also relatively cheap to get into. So for some of you guys that don't have quite the wallet to get into some of the more expensive Bugattis and Koenigsegg's that there are out there, this car is only 900,000 credits. So it's really easy to get into. That only takes about maybe an hour of grinding that money method that I showed you guys the other day. Make sure you guys go check out that video if you guys haven't already, and you will easily be unlocking this car within no time. This thing is actually very, very fun to drive because it teaches you how to get better at the game as well. There's a huge skill gap involved with this car, and if you do well with it, it's probably because you're a great driver, not all the car. So make sure you guys go ahead and check this out if you want to improve your skills and really test your limits. Now, without further ado, let's get into the pro settings of this vehicle. I really love this car. I really don't use anything else in Hypercar right now except for the Revuelto, which I'm pretty sure I'm butchering the name, but that's the only other car I use right now, which I also have a build on. If you guys want to check that out, it's on the channel as well. Big shout out to Rhino for that tune as well. But let's get straight into these pro settings, guys. So we don't adjust anything until we get down to the suspension. So for the spring front, we got +5. For the spring rear, we're +9. For the damper compression front, we're +6. For the damper compression rear, we're +12. For the damper rebound front, we are +1. For the damper rebound rear, we are +6. Now on the ARB front, we have +10 and +10 on the rear as well. For the alignment, camber front is -0.25, and on the rear camber, we are using -0.20. This thing is an absolute beast. If you get on the throttle too early on exit, the car will spin. If you get on the throttle and the nitrous in a corner, you are a goner. If you get on the nitrous too quick after exit, you're a goner. But if you find the right slot to just slide in the nitrous timing just perfect, this thing's exit speed on the corners is insane. If you're using a wheel, you can really micromanage the car's steering input, and it's just an absolute dream to drive. It's super fun to stick it in the gutters and really rip it around the corners because you can basically just floor it through the gutters. But if you lose that gutter, this thing will go into the nether realm, okay? So it is very picky with how it likes to be driven, but it makes it a fun challenge, and I enjoy challenges in this game more than just abusing meta. I hope you guys also have been tuning into the streams to Grand Race with us, as we've been having a great time over there, twitch.tv/MxgicIQ. You guys have been showing a lot of love on the streams, and it means the world to me. Again, big shout out to Rhino for helping me tune the car. I have a couple other cars I'm cooking up with, as well as another handling king that might be just an amazing car, but I think it's primarily a wheel car because you do need a clutch to shift it, and I'm still testing with it right now. But in terms of consistency, this thing, honestly, if you can get it down, is an absolute dream. This car is so fun to drive. It's so rewarding too. Sometimes it can be frustrating, but I feel like that adds to the feeling and fun of driving the car, honestly. Otherwise, it would just be boring to be riding around in something that feels like a go-kart and just sticking everywhere, in my personal opinion. This car has some attitude, and I enjoy it. I appreciate you guys for tuning in to MxgicIQ, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know what cars you guys would want me to tune and check out. I'll do that ASAP. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.